Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Becca and today I'm going to be unboxing my birthday book mail. So today, the day that I'm filming this, is my birthday. I am fortunate enough to have received quite a few gifts from my bookish friends and from my Amazon wishlist. I have mentioned in my vlogs over the last couple of weeks that I have been saving these for my birthday and I am so excited to be unboxing them today. You can see, I think, the corner of the stack here. It almost reaches my shoulder, so once again, you guys have been far too generous. I never ever expected this, but thank you for helping to make today a little bit special, especially as we're currently in lockdown, so I'm not doing anything really to actually celebrate my birthday. I am going to be having a joint birthday bash with Gavin from How to Train Your Gavin, as his birthday is actually on the day that I am posting this video. That will be on Sunday on my channel at 7:30 p.m. We're having a drunk live show. Ashley from A Frolic Through Fiction is putting together a Mr. and Mrs. style quiz for Gavin and I, and we're also having a little bit of a Q&A. So of course, just before I get started with opening these parcels, I just wanted to thank anybody who has gifted me anything that is present in today's video. Providing that Amazon has actually put the gift notes in, I will thank everybody individually as we go through the stack, but honestly, just thank you so much for your generosity. I've just randomly stacked these up. There's no particular order to this video. I'm just going down the stack, starting with this one. Oh god, that's so sticky. Okay, so this one is... oh, this is Dark Fever by Rachael Marie Moaning. Wow, okay, this is smaller than I thought it was. And this one's from Linda. Thank you so much, Linda. Linda is a huge supporter of my channel and I love Linda so much. And Linda says that she indeed read this ages ago and loved it. Okay, so this, I believe, is a fae romance urban fantasy. I don't actually know a great deal about this, but you guys have been recommending it to me a lot based on my love of fantasy romance and also on my love of Crescent City. This is not something that I would have picked up based on the synopsis because it does follow a character whose sister is murdered, so she goes to Ireland to investigate this. I don't particularly like crime stories, but you guys say that this is a fae romance series, so I'm definitely trusting your guys' recommendation on this one, and I'm really excited to actually see what this series is about because, as I said, the synopsis is not super appealing to me. Next up we have Ivy Aberdeen's Letter to the Lost. I know who this is from. This one's from Molly, I think. Yeah, so this is a thank you gift, not a birthday gift, from Molly. This is Ivy Aberdeen's Letter to the Lost by Ashley Herring Blake. I have read Ashley Herring Blake's other book, Girl Made of Stars, and really enjoyed it. I think it's an important and powerful novel. This is a middle grade book about a 12-year-old girl who is exploring her sexuality and beginning to identify that she has feelings for other girls. She does express this through the form of art, and she has a notebook that is full of drawings of things like girls holding hands. However, something happens and her notebook goes missing and she is absolutely terrified of anybody finding it. Now, this was a thank you gift from Molly because Molly is actually hosting a readathon for, I think it's 2 weeks in June, and it's called Detectathon, and I believe that this is going to be the group book for it. I'm going to be joining Molly for one of the live shows that she's doing. I think she's doing a series of readings during the readathon, so Molly sent me this one to say thank you for helping her out with that. Next up we have The Deck of Omens by Christine Lynn Herman. This is another one from Linda. Linda said, hope this ends up being good. I read the first one and was surprised that I really ended up liking it. Happy birthday, from Linda. Thank you so much once again, Linda. This actually has sprayed edges, which I didn't expect because I thought that was exclusive to the Waterstones edition. This is the second book to The Devouring Grey by Christine Lynn Herman, which is a book that I read earlier in the year and really enjoyed. I believe that this is a duology, so this will be the last book, and I've also heard that the sequel is pretty good. This is a contemporary fantasy series that takes place in a town in New York State, I believe in America, and we follow a group of teenagers who are the descendants of the founding families of this town. The founding families are responsible for keeping a monster in something called the Grey. Each family does have a type of magical ability that helps them with this task, and our main character is a girl who has just moved back to the town with her family, and she is just just discovering all of this stuff, and before that she thought she was just a normal girl living a normal life. But I did actually really enjoy the first book in this series. It has Riverdale vibes, also slight Stranger Things vibes, and I thought it was very atmospheric and compelling, so thank you so much, Linda, for this one. I think this one is from Gavin because it arrived on a day when Gavin said that his gift has arrived. I do have another one from Gavin in the stack, but he said that he sent me a funny gift, and I think it's this, and I have no idea what it is, but it's really heavy. I knew it was gonna be this. I just somehow knew. Gavin has sent me the Kama Sutra, a position a day, 365 days a year. Is it dated? Oh, wow. I'm not showing you the pictures inside this because it's hella graphic. Wow. Okay, I'm not even sure that I could manage some of these even if I wanted to. For some of these, I feel like I need some intense gymnastic skills to be able to pull these off, and some of them are kind of vanilla. But yeah, thank you so much, Gavin, for the Kama Sutra. It will come in handy the next time we meet. The gift note for that one as well does say your first gift, just a nice small one to say happy birthday, you filthy animal. Do you want to look at the Kama Sutra? There you go. Get some tips. Okay, so next one is... Oh, King of Sword and Sky by C.L. Wilson. Happy birthday, Becca. Hope this reaches you in time. I've been watching your booktube channel for a while and I'm a big fan of Bookopoly. I hope you enjoy this. From Grace Elizabeth. Thank you so much for this. This is the third book in the Tyrant Soul series, which is a fantasy romance series that I have currently been reading. The first book in this series follows a Fae king called Rain Tyrant Soul, who is trying to save his people, as the Fae race are very closely tied to this big magical creature called the Tyrant, which is like an enormous winged cat, and something is happening that is causing the Tyrant to die out. So while Rain is trying to find a solution to the Tyrant's ailments, he finds a young mortal girl called Elisetta Barastani and quickly discovers that she is his soulmate. There's a magical plot line in here that is about a 1,000-year-old war between the Fae and the mages, and I've actually been really enjoying it. So this one as well is on my Bookopoly TBR for May. I was going to buy myself a copy when I got around to actually reading this one, so thank you so much, Grace, for this. Boop. Okay, next one. Oh, The Wolf of Oronyaro. This will probably arrive after your birthday, but happy birthday nonetheless. I solely chose this because it says Bitch Queen in the series name. It does indeed, from Dana. Thank you so much, Dana, for this. I saw the first page or the first couple of lines of this on Twitter, and since then I have been desperate to read it. I have also heard really good things about it, but the first line of chapter 1 is, they called me the bitch queen, the she-wolf, because I murdered a man and exiled my king the night before they crowned me, and that badass energy you guys know I can always get behind. So I've read the synopsis and it does seem like quite a complicated one, but I do know that this is an adult fantasy. It follows a girl who they call the bitch queen of her kingdom. She is supposed to be married to a neighboring, like the prince of a neighboring kingdom, but he suddenly disappears before their reign can begin. There's also an assassination attempt. It just sounds like badass adult fantasy that I love, and like I said when I saw that first line on Twitter, I knew I had to have a copy of this, so thank you so much, Dana, for gifting this to me. And this one is a heavy one. Oh, this is chunkier than I thought it would be. This is from Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. She has some nice weight to her. Like, I appreciate the heft of this book. Oh, this one's from Claire. Thank you, Claire. It says, happy birthday, my lovely, and may your birthday be as amazing as you. So, once again, this is one that has been recommended to me by you guys. This is Jennifer L. Armentrout's most recent book. I believe that she wrote the, is it the Obsidian series? That is a paranormal romance series from back in the day that I never got around to reading, but I did want to read at the time. So you guys have been recommending me this once again based on my love of fantasy romance and also Sarah J Maas. It does say on the back for fans of Sarah J Maas and Laura Thalassa. Another reason that I added this to my wish list as well is that when I checked it out on Goodreads, it has a really high average rating. It follows a girl who is a maiden in a fantasy world, and there is a guy that makes her question all of this duty that she's had with her upbringing as this maiden type figure. And there is also a kingdom that has been forsaken by the gods and feared by mortals that is rising once more. So this one sounds super compelling. I'm actually really excited to get to this one, so thank you so much, Claire. Hidden Bodies by Caroline Kepnes. This is from Christina. It says, enjoy your gift. I love watching your videos. Thank you so much, Christina. So this is a book that I've actually read before, but I do very much want to reread. It is the sequel to You by Caroline Kepnes, which was actually my favorite book of 2019. I don't like this as much as I like the first book, but I do think that it is a very good sequel. So You is a thriller where you read from the perspective of a guy who is stalking a girl. It is also in second person perspective, so the whole narrative is like, I watch you getting undressed and I see you getting into a taxi and things like that. The thing that I really loved about that book is the perspective that it gave you, because being in the head of Joe, you really identify with him and sympathize with him and want the best for him, even though he is the character most in the wrong. Like, none of the characters are perfect, but he is definitely not a good guy, but because of your perspective you do sympathize with him. Hidden Bodies does take a very different direction, but I loved a lot of the twists in here. I also loved the second season of the show, which was based on this. I liked it more than the first season, I think, although some things happened that I wasn't happy about. But I do want to reread this series, and also because it is becoming one of my favorite series, I did want to own a copy, and I can't wait for the third book in this series to be released as well. So thank you, Christina, for gifting me this one. Oh, so we have two in this one. Where are my gift notes? Here they are. These are from Tracy. Thank you, Tracy. I love Tracy so much. Okay, so first up we have Sorcerer to the Crown by Zen Cho. Now this is a book that I have never heard anything about on BookTube, but the sequel was in Waterstones for ages and it had an absolutely beautiful cover. It was the hardback. I really wanted to buy it for the longest time and then discovered that it was actually the second book in a series. So this is a very complicated series to describe. It's very diverse, but it takes place in Regency London, and it follows, I'm assuming, a black main character who is London's first African sorcerer. This is also a historical fantasy, I want to say, because there is mention of a war with France, and there's also a fairy court in here who are apparently refusing to supply the royal family with magic. So not one that I've heard a lot about. I don't think I've ever seen it on BookTube, but this is one that I saw in Waterstones, and the synopsis and also the cover of the sequel immediately grabbed me. So thank you, Tracy, for this one. And then the other one in here is Oh, The Queen's Rising by Rebecca Ross. So this one I think is a young adult fantasy. This is one that I saw ages ago on BookTube and haven't heard much about it since. I know quite a few people didn't enjoy this, but I heard some really compelling reviews from the people who did enjoy it. This is a world where everybody has a talent, or the majority of people have a talent, and there are multiple different areas that you can have this talent in. So like art, drama, music, knowledge, and our main character is struggling to find which of the talents is going to be hers. So all I really know about this is the setup. I'm assuming, as with most young adult fantasy, something is going to happen to disturb the peace and the balance of this world. But I was definitely intrigued by the premise of this series, and as I said, I've heard a couple of good reviews. Okay, so this one is Wallbreaker by Brandon Sanderson. Is this? Yeah, it's the new edition. This one is from Books Michelle. It says, happy birthday, Becca. I hope you have an amazing day. I absolutely love this book and I hope you will as well. Lots of love, Michelle. Thank you so much, Michelle. So Wallbreaker by Brandon Sanderson, I will be reading later this year, as I am co-hosting Cosmere Along, which is a read-along of the majority of Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere, created by Rachael Marie. So I just finished the first book in the Mistborn trilogy, The Final Empire, and I absolutely adored it. And I really want to collect all of the UK paperbacks, which are one of the most popular editions. They are reprinting them, and this is one of the reprints, and the reprints don't quite match the rest, but at this point I'm just gonna have to get over it because it's getting harder and harder to find the original ones. They've redesigned them in a way that's like super similar to the original ones, but if you have old and new ones, it's obvious that they've changed. But Wallbreaker is currently a standalone. I think eventually it will become a series, or there will be another book in this world. And in the Cosmere reading order, this one comes after the Mistborn trilogy. As with most Brandon Sanderson, I don't know too much about the plot because people only talk about the magic system, but I do believe that this one has one of the best magic systems that Brandon Sanderson has written, and it surrounds colour. That's all I know about this, but like I said, I will be reading it later this year. The Final Empire has just become one of my favourite books of all time and my second favourite book of the year overall, so I'm very excited to read more from Brandon Sanderson because The Final Empire was the 3rd book I've read from him, and I've loved everything I've read so far. So thank you so much, Michelle, for this one. Next up we have, oh, My Dark Vanessa, I think. Yeah, this one is from Kira. It says, "Hi Becca, love your vid, so I thought I'd send something over for you. Hashtag spread kindness." Lots of love from Kira, so thank you so much, Kira, for this one. This is a contemporary fiction novel that I have heard absolutely great things about, and Cody from Cody's Book Corner just read it and she gave it a really great review. So you guys know I don't often read a lot of contemporary fiction, but I do like contemporary that deals with difficult, hard-hitting topics or ones that are quite poignant and important. So this is an adult contemporary story that follows a girl. I'm not sure how much of her life it follows, but this book begins when she is 15 and she sleeps with her English teacher. So this is a story about grooming. I believe that the novel Lolita is mentioned quite a lot in here as a comparison and a parallel to what is actually going on in the narrative, and I do believe that in some aspects this story is own voices, because for some absurd reason the author had to defend herself for writing a story like this at some point. So this has received excellent reviews. I know that it's incredibly hard-hitting. I feel like it's going to be difficult to read in some parts, and obviously trigger warnings for grooming, sexual assault and things like that. Hopefully one that I can get to soon. I can't say I'm really looking forward to reading this because I do think it's going to be quite a difficult read, but I have been wanting to read it for a little while now, so thank you, Kira. Another little flat one. Oh, this looks like a graphic novel. It is. This is another one from Claire. It says, "Happy birthday to my angel of the pages. Hope you have an amazing day." Thank you, Claire. So this is Angel After the Fall Volume 1. Now I can't read this for a little while, but you guys may know if you have been watching my vlogs that I am currently doing a rewatch of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel, and I'm flicking between them both in the order that they were put on TV. Curtis is watching me do this unboxing because he likes watching my unboxings for my birthdays and Christmas, and he suddenly got really excited about this. So essentially what happened with the Buffyverse is that we got to season 7 of Buffy. There was one more season of Angel after Buffy finished. I never watched the last episode of Angel, but I do know what happens, and it ends on a massive cliffhanger. What happened with the Buffyverse after the shows had ended is that they continued on in comic form. I've never read any of the comics that do continue. These are considered canon, and so when I have finished this rewatch of Buffy and Angel that I'm doing, I'm looking to continue on with the narratives of both Angel and Buffy. However, it is very confusing. There are a lot of comics. I did find a reading order finally, but because this series has been out for ages, there are so many different bind-ups and editions of the comics. But I believe that this is the first volume of the comic that starts directly after Angel the TV show ends. So it's going to be probably a month or so before I can read this because I do need to finish my rewatch. We're currently at the beginning of season 3 of Angel and season 6 of Buffy, but as soon as my rewatch is over I will be picking up the comics and continuing the storyline from there. So thank you so much, Claire, for sending this to me. Yes! Oh my god. Oh, this one's from Molly. "Happy birthday, Becca, you absolute angel. I hope you have a lovely day. Love you lots," from Molly. Thank you so much, Molly. This one is Ruthless Gods by Emily A. Duncan. It is the sequel to Wicked Saints. Wicked Saints is a monster boyfriend series, pretty much. It takes place in a Russian or Slavic inspired setting, and it follows 2 different types of magic. We have blood magic, and the blood mages are at war with the clerics and the people who have god magic. So our main character of Wicked Saints is Nadia, and she is a cleric. She can harness the powers of multiple gods. We also have Seraphim, and that book starts off as Seraphim is attacking the place where Nadia lives, and he is the prince of the country that they're at war with. So we have Seraphim as this antagonist, and then we have Malachias, who is actually a member of some kind of mutilated, manufactured spy army from the Blood Mage country, and it is about those guys trying to end the war, pretty much. So it is morally grey. There are definitely things in Wicked Saints I think that could have been done better, but I definitely love the premise with all of this grey morality and villainous men. So thank you so much to Molly for sending me the sequel, because I really am excited to find out what happens. Although I hate deckled edges, that's the worst thing about this series. Just deckled edges are just so annoying to read. And then finally I have a Waterstones parcel. This one's from Gavin. Gavin, and this is his actual present, shall we say, even though, you know, the Kama Sutra was fabulous and I will get a lot of use out of it, maybe. And oh, I know what this is straight from feeling it. This is, which book is it? A Feast for Crows? This is A Feast for Crows by George R.R. Martin in the leatherbound editions. Last year, Gavin started buying me this series. God knows why he did it, because these books are expensive, but Gav has bought me the first, second and third book in these editions. So this is the fourth one, A Feast for Crows, which is actually one of my favorite books in the series. I can't remember whether I ended up enjoying A Feast of Crows or A Dance with Dragons more, but they're in these beautiful leather-bound slipcases. They have the map of Westeros on the covers, which this is my favorite thing about these editions. And we also have beautiful illustrated end pages in here as well, and metallic gold sprayed edges, or gilt edges, I would guess, as opposed to sprayed. So thank you so much, Gavin, for sending this to me. You didn't have to. You are too bougie for anybody's good, not just your own, for anybody's good. I do also have a card from Gavin as well. He is the love of my life, so thank you so much, Gavin, for this. So contradicting what I just said, that was not the final book for this video. I'm filming this the day after, and 4 more Amazon parcels arrived today. I haven't started editing this video yet. I was just about to go and do that, but before I did, I thought I would come and unbox these 4 and put them into this video as opposed to putting them in my vlog. So let's crack them open then. I'm really excited. I don't know why. I feel like I'm more excited than I was yesterday. Is A Pinch of Magic by Michelle Harrison. Oh, I may need to rejig my Believers on TBR now. So this is from Linda again. Linda, really? Becca, heard this was a great book from Gavin and Jade. Hope you like it. Thank you for all the excellent book recommendations. Linda, this is the 3rd book in this video alone, but thank you. I really appreciate it. So funny that Linda mentioned in the gift note that she heard from Gavin and Jade that this was a good book, because on Saturday night after the Luga Win Along live show, I mentioned in my vlog that we stayed on chat for a while, and I was saying how I like middle grade, but because I read Nevermore and Wondersmith earlier this year, I'm always looking for middle grade that's that level, and the majority of middle grade is not as good as those books. Not saying that there's anything wrong with middle grade or it's necessarily a bad thing that they're not all that good, but the Morrigan Crow series is one of those series that applies to readers across all ages and is just so magical and perfect. And Jade said that A Pinch of Magic was actually that good, so I'm expecting a lot from this one. I'm just going to read the synopsis of this for you guys, because I have been aware of this because Gavin loves it, Jade loves it, and also Ashley really loves it, but I did add this to my wish list on Jade's recommendation, so I just pretty much took her word for it. But it says, 3 sisters trapped by an ancient curse, 3 magical objects with the power to change their fates. Will they be enough to break the curse, or will they lead the sisters even deeper into danger? So yeah, pretty much wanted this based on Jade's recommendation, and I hope it lives up to that hype. A Big Ship at the Edge of the Universe by Alex White. Oh, this one's from Bev. To Becca, have a fantastic birthday. Thank you so much, Bev. So this is one of the books that's been on my wish list the longest. I believe I added this on a recommendation from Jess Nevertheless. As you can imagine, this is a science fiction story. I do believe it's adult. If I remember correctly, because it has been quite a long time, I believe that this one is diverse. This book features a washed up treasure hunter, a hotshot racer, and a deadly secret society who are on the run to hunt down the greatest warship ever built, which automatically I'm just getting Death Star vibes. And apparently nobody knows if this thing actually exists, and it's supposed to be all powerful and amazing, and the main characters are going to hunt it down. Now, the synopsis on this is really vague. It just says that those 3 characters are hunting down this warship. On the surface, it appears to be quite a generic sci-fi, but I believe that Jess gave it a really good review, and I've been excited to read it for quite some time. Next. Why are they all coming out backwards today? Who sent me this? Linda! Linda! Honestly, Linda, how many times do I shout your name in videos? Hey Becca, not sure if you were able to get this yet, but I thought I would take a chance because it's such a great book. Please return it and get something else if you have it. Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. I don't have this yet and I want to read this so bad. So the story behind this is that I was sent a hardback of the second book, Starsight by Galanx, just to post a picture and promote it on its day of release. Now that led me to wanting to get the hardback of the first book, so I ordered it off Amazon. I paid more than the standard price for a hardback. Not much more, but it was more. 2-3 weeks passed and this book never showed up. And right about that time was when all of the hardbacks were flying off the market, like the last ones remaining from the UK print. So I never got a chance to get a hardback, and then I kind of sulked about it, accepted that I would need the paperback, but never made any move to purchase it because I was sulking. So Skyward is Brandon Sanderson's young adult series. The second book was just released this year. Now what I know about this, off the top of my head, this is going to be a test of my brain because this wasn't even on my wish list, so it's not even like I've been looking into it recently. But this is a young adult sci-fi story that follows a girl called Spencer, who I believe is quite unlikable, but that is the point for a lot of this. And she wants to train to be a space pilot. However, her father is a disgraced pilot. I believe he's a deserter, and this prejudice has followed her for the rest of her life. I also think there's an android in here called Mbot that everybody loves, and I've heard nothing but excellent things about this. I've loved every Brandon Sanderson book that I've read so far, so I have no doubt that I'm going to love this one. And thank you so much, Linda, for sending this my way and knowing that I wanted it. And then the final one, let's see if this one comes out the right way. This isn't a book. Pretty Little Liars season 6. Yay, who sent me this? Paige. Happy potentially belated birthday, Becca. Thank you so much, Paige. So when I pack candle orders, I do watch television, and that is the only time that I ever get to watch television. Now, Pretty Little Liars, I watched it when it was originally on up to around season 5. A few years ago, I tried to catch up, watched to around season 5 again, and then got busy or something and never finished it off. And then I started rewatching it again when I was packing candle orders in around November. I finally got up to season 5, which is around the point, like I said, that I stopped watching it both previous times, and found out that Netflix was taking it off in 3 days. Now I do own the DVDs up to season 5, but I don't own 6 and 7. So thank you so much, Paige, for sending me this so that I don't have to repeat my own fate of only watching seasons 1 to 5 on repeat and never finishing the damn show. So that is these 4 to be added to the stack, which is now over there. And a big thank you to Bev, Linda and Paige for sending these my way. I'm gonna do something that I'm probably seriously going to regret and try and lift all of these to show you guys. I've started off completely wrong by holding them on the wrong side. So these are all of the books. Is that all of them? Yeah, just about. I can just about fit them in frame if I tilt them a bit. These are all the books that you guys have gifted to me for my birthday. Thank you so much for these. I am so incredibly grateful and so incredibly blown away by the generosity of this community. And as I said at the beginning of this video, thank you so much for making today a little bit more special, because I think these are the only gifts I've actually opened today. I just want to read all of these right now. Maybe that's what I should spend the rest of the day doing. So I do believe I have a few gifts coming my way that have not arrived yet with delays. I will be opening those in my weekly vlogs. So if you did send me something and it wasn't present in this video, it hasn't arrived yet, but chances are it will get here sometime soon. Honestly, the mail is so unpredictable at the moment. I can be getting things in 24 hours, or I can get things that were supposed to arrive in 24 hours in like 2 weeks. So if your gift has not been present in this video, then don't worry about it too much. I'm sure it will turn up, and I am of course very grateful for you guys as well. But that is about it for this video. I'm going to go and spend the rest of my birthday doing not a lot. Please let me know in the comments which of these books you would like me to prioritize, because I have a few I'm very excited about. I'm excited about all of them, but some of them I could literally just read right now. And as usual, please don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to. If you head into my description box, you'll find a link to my Goodreads, Instagram and Twitter if you'd like to follow me on any of those, as well as a link to my Bookish body butter and candle website, the Instagram for that, and a 10% off discount code. But that's it from me today, guys. Bye.
Oh, you bite your friend like chocolate. You say you'll go where nobody knows, with guns hidden under our petticoats. We're never gonna quit it, no, we're never gonna quit it, no.